Hello crafty friends, it's Jess from jesscrafts.com, and today I'm going to do a live video walking you through making this card for Kat Scrappiness. So when I was doing my haul video for Kat Scrappiness, I had cut all of the dies out just to show you what they look like, and I just really loved the way it looked. I always do, and I thought, well, there's 6 layers, and that makes a rainbow pretty perfectly. There's technically 7 colors, but I almost never use indigo when I make a rainbow for a card. So I decided I would create each layer, but then when I got to the smallest layer, it was just a little too small for the sentiment that I wanted to use. As you can see there, I have the "You're Too Sweet" because I wanted to also incorporate a Kat Scrappiness stamp set. This is one of my favorite stamp sets from Kat Scrappiness. I'm just trying to find the backer sheet so you can see it a little better. Wow, I can't, so I'll put on this. So this is the Punny snack sentiment set, stamp set, and it has a lot of cute little snacks in it and fun punny sayings like "You're the coolest," "You're so delightful," which would have also worked here, except for that it's just a little too big, so I could have stacked it. I could have made it work, and maybe that would be better. Maybe that's what you'd prefer to do. But I thought the "You're Too Sweet" also goes with the idea of soda, and it would allow me to incorporate the last color of the rainbow since I couldn't get all the way to that color as my red. Also, I don't have red cardstock for some crazy reason. So anyway, I decided to color in the little cup red instead as, kind of a homage to a very popular cola brand. And I wanted to show you briefly how I'm going to color up this soda cup. I just picked 3 reds that were, that would work as a dark, medium, and light tone. And they don't really have much to do with each other. They all do end in a similar number, 2 7s and a 6, which is one reason that they blend pretty well. Whereas if you chose stuff with like all kinds of random ending numbers, it might be a little bit trickier. But part of the reason was just to show you, especially when coloring teeny tiny images that don't need to look amazing, you really can just kind of use whatever you have. I like the Sandy Allnock hex chart to show you what colors are similar. It does a pretty good job of telling you kind of like you don't need that color if, because they are arranged by color as opposed to being arranged by number like many other Copic charts. So you kind of look, hey, those 2 colors are really, really similar. I don't know if I need both of them. So I'm going in with the R46 to start with, blending it out a bit with the R27 and the R17 being my lightest. This time as I'm coloring it, I'm thinking I probably could have put more of the medium tone in. I'm not sure that I like how light the center is there. The R17 is called Lipstick Orange, and it definitely is a little bit orangey in comparison to some of the reds. I also find that if you feel like your center might be a little too light, you can always go over it again. And so there I was a little bit more generous with my medium color than I might otherwise be. But I also do like to just sort of deepen the shadows a little bit by just coming back with my lightest marker and my darkest marker and a very light hand to just sort of put in a bit more of that dark color. And I don't even necessarily blend that out because I do want it to have quite the contrast. So, and you could do the shadow a little bit deeper on one side or other of the cup to create a more clear highlight. I'm keeping my highlight in the center of the cup because it is a round cup and a center highlight makes things look rounded. And then for the straw, I'm just going to come in with a bit of the sea color. Any gray would work. I would recommend using a gray rather than just keeping it white, just because it will give it a little bit of interest and dimension rather than if you leave it white, it won't have, it's, I don't know, I don't think that it looks as good combined together to leave things white when you're already doing some dimension with Copic markers. Then, obviously you can see I've already cut the one out, but I did use my scan and cut to cut this, and I used a little bit of foam tape cut up on the back to pop it up for some dimension. Now, you probably don't need to watch me glue the layers together, but I like to use my Scotch ATG gun in order to adhere things down. I just find it to be really fast. I know some people don't like the size of it, but Kat Scrappiness does sell the refills for it, which is super convenient for me. And I did want to mention, since you don't need to watch me glue layers down, but just to have a minute to tell you, Kat is having a huge clearance sale right now as this video is being published in early June of 2018. A whole category, I think 35% off. So I will, as usual, leave you a link in the video description as well as a discount code for, I believe it's works on just regular price items, but you know, you check out that sale, see what you like. But you can also pick up these brand new items from Kat Scrappiness, which are the stitched scallop shapes. I have the rectangles here for this card, but there's ovals and circles and squares, as there usually is for her products. I like how nicely they fit together. You're not covering the stitching detail as you layer them through, so they're really fun to work together. And that bit of pop at the end will help to kind of add to the layered effect of them and incorporate my very last touch of the rainbow. I don't actually have a card base to stick this on, but you get the idea. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are interested in more crafting tutorials, be sure to subscribe to my channel or to the Kat Scrappiness channel, where you can see a lot of inspiration with Kat Scrappiness products and some other products over on my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Have an awesome day. Bye.